Hello, welcome back, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you how you can make this second part of this summer set. Remember that in the last video I showed you how you can make this shirt. Well, today we are going to make the top. I will show you how we are going to decorate, make the grannies, and how we are going to complete this set. Well, please stay tuned and until the end of the video to see the final result. Thank you so much for watching and remember that it's very important that you subscribe. It's completely free. Well, now I will give you the material list and then the step by step. Let's start. Well, I will make this top for my daughter. She is a size between medium and large. I will use 100 grams of a material that it's between fine and light, between number 2 and 3, and I will use it in red. Then I will use 5 different colors and use it as a combination for the grannies, okay, also from the same material and the hook of 3 millimeters. We will change the combination that will go in the center and then I will respect the same color for the rest. So I will always change the color of the center. In this case I will make one granny with the center in yellow. I will make 5 chains first, then I will close in circle. Well, then we are going to slip 1 to close and then right here we will go up and make 5 chains. Then in the same place, right in the center, we are going to make the first double crochet. While we make this double crochet, we are going to crochet over the thread that we have to hide it. Then 2 chains and again and a double crochet. Then 2 chains and a double crochet. Look, we are going to repeat this until we have 8 double crochet. Also, we are going to count and take into account the first chains that we made. We'll count as 1 double crochet. And well, between them, we are going to make 2 chains. Let's see how many we have. 2, 4, and 6. So we have to make 2 more to have 8 double crochets, right? Here we are making the last one, then 2 chains, and let's make the last double crochet. Remember, all inside, right in the center, and we will finish with 2 chains. And then we are going to slip 1 to close. Please make sure that you count and that you have 8. And well, like this is how we are going to make the centers of our grannies. And remember that we are going to change these colors. The ones that we are going to keep according to the style and my design, it's the color white and red. So I will change color in white. I will hide this thread a little bit so later you can cut. So now we will use the white. I suggest that right away when you finish a granny, hide your threads because later we are lazy. Okay, so we are going to take this new thread like this, right in the corners of one of the grannies. We are going to take this stitch. We will leave this thread so later we can hide it. We will go up with 3 chains, and now over these 2 threads that we have here, we are going to crochet these 2 coming double crochet. We are going to leave the last loops in hold. Once we have these 3 loops, we are going to bring them through and make 1 chain to close. And we have the first leaf. Well, then 3 chains, and then in the next space we are going to make the next leaf. 3 double crochet, leaving the last loops in hold, all of them in the same place. Later I will hide these threads with embroidery needle because I like to blend the colors exactly where the area of that color is. Then we are going to make 3 chains and again the 3 double crochet, leaving the last loops in hold, and we will bring them through. Well, like this we are going to continue until we have 8 leaves like this, right, over the center. So let's continue and see you at the end of the row. Well, at the end of the 8 loops, we are going to finish making 3 chains and slipping one to close right in the top of the first loop where we started, remember? Now we are going to change thread again. We are going to finish with this white thread, and now we are going to use the red color. So this will be the third row of the granny. And well, remember that the only color that we will change will be the color of the center. The rest will be the same. This is according of the style and the design that I want to follow, right? But it's up to you and you will decide. Well, now we are going to use this color. Remember to leave a long thread because later we will hide it. It's very important that you don't cut right away. If you cut right away, your project may undo later, so please don't do that. Well, now in one of the corners we will go up with 3 chains, and right there in the same place we are going to make 2 double crochets more. So counting the first chains of the beginning, we will have 3 double crochets, right? Then 2 chains, and like this. And like here, like it's the corner, we are going to make one more segment together. So we will have 2 segments of 3 double crochet together, you see? Because this will be the corner, and we will make the same always when we have a corner. Then in the sides we are only going to make one segment, so here 2 chains, and then in the next space one segment out of 3 double crochet together in the same place, you see? And in the corners we will have 2, remember, then 2, and like here, like we have a corner, we are going to make 2 segments together, so 3 double crochet, then 2 chains, and in the same place 3 double crochet. And well, like this we are going to continue the whole row. Remember to follow the rule where the corners are. We'll see you at the end of the row. Well, at the end of the row we will have something like this, and we are going to finish making 2 chains, and we are going to slip one to close. Okay, well, we are going to make one granny with 2 rows like this one, okay, because then the coming grannies, well, first let me explain you. Here we are going to slip until the center of the corner. We will go up with 3 chains, then 2 double crochet in the same space, and again in the same space 3 double crochet. Remember that we will keep the row that always in the corner we are going to make it double, and then in the sides we are going to make one segment. Here, like the row is growing, we will have 2 sides and we will keep the corner. Well, as I was saying, first we are going to make one granny with 2 rows like this. Then in the coming grannies we will leave the last row in hold because we will use it to join, and I will show you how. So as you could see, here we have completed one. Now here I'm finishing the second one. I will only make this row of the side, and then when I arrive to the corner, right there is where I'm going to join this granny with the first one that we made. So here we are going to arrive to the corner, only we are going to make one segment out of the 2. We are going to make one chain, and then we will take the one of the corners of the first granny like this. We will insert the hook right there. We are going to slip one, then make one chain, and then we will come back to the second granny to complete the row of the granny. And we are going to complete the segment. We are going to continue making 2 segments in the corner, and we are going to join the sides. So here we have the first segment, then one chain, then we will insert the hook right where the space is, and then the second segment, and this is how we are going to join the sides, you see? Then one chain, and then we are going to complete one corner, then one chain, and like this is how we are going to join the side, you see? And then right in the corner one chain, and then we are going to come back to the second granny to complete the row. And well, this is one technique. If you want, also you can make all the grannies that you need and then sew them at the end. To me, this is the easiest way to join because you reduce the steps, right? So we are going to make a long strip with this grannies that goes all around the place. For example, this I want to make this as a crop top, so this will be around the waist of my daughter. And I'm going to make a second strip of grannies that will go in the top. I did get ahead, so this is how it will looks. Well, look, here I have the two strips joined. I follow the same technique. As you could see, I alternate the colors. I have 5 from side to side and I have 5 more in the back. So I will give you the centimeter so you can have this as a reference. Okay, so from side to side, remember that this is a medium size. This will be for my daughter. I'm sorry that I'm using only one hand. So well, from side to side we have 47 centimeters. A way to increase the size of your top is by making more rows around the granny. I will tell you the centimeters of one granny. We have 9 centimeters approximately. So if you want a larger size, well, you can make more rows in the granny, around the granny. Instead of 2, make 3 or 4, okay? And well, also it's important that you have these measurements as a reference. Remember that I tend to crochet a little bit loose, so that's why I'm using the hook of number 3. So you have to know how you crochet. If you crochet too tight, well, change the number of your hook. Probably if I said use the hook of number 3, probably use the hook of number 3.5 or 4. Okay, so you have to observe how you crochet and you have to take this as a reference too, and also the kind of yarn that you are using. Okay, it will depend too. And well, here in the back I will finish to join these two last squares, and with this I complete the two strips that I want for my blouse. Then I will change the stitch and I will make it different, and I will make this a crop top with short sleeves. I will show you how, but you will decide if you want to make this blouse with only grannies, you can make it too, okay? Or probably only you want to make one strip or like you want. Remember that this is just an idea. As you could see, I shared some pics of how it looks with my daughter, so you can see how it looks, and probably you will say that you want only with one strip or with only grannies. You will decide. Okay, for now let me finish to join these two grannies and let's continue. Well, now I will continue with the rest of the blouse. I will make the mesh stitch with the same stitch that I used for the grannies. Remember that I will make sleeves, so I will leave the armhole. I will take the half of one granny and the half of the next one, so this will be the space of my sleeve. So I will count right here in the middle of the first granny. I will start with the new stitch and I will leave the same space in the back, remember. So here I will go up with 3 chains, and inside of this space I will make the first segment, 3 double crochet, then 2 chains, and we will continue with the next segment, 3 double crochet, then 2 chains. And well, look, here we have the joint between grannies. We are going to make one before the joint, one double crochet, then one inside the joint, and then one over the next granny. You see, so we are going to throw a segment between the grannies, and like this is how we are going to make the rest of the stitch. We are going to use some markers to point it out where we are going. Okay, so from side to side we are going to make this stitch. We are going to put the next marker right in the middle of the last granny, and from side to side we are going to continue making this stitch of mesh stitch. So let's continue like this the whole row. from side to side only. Here I finished the row where the last marker were, remember? Well, so now turn around, we will go up with 5 chains. We will try to keep this part straight, and then we will continue with the stitch. Okay, in each segment we are going to make 3 double crochet, and between segments we are going to make 2 chains. Well, then I finished the row. I did continue, turn around, go up with 3 chains, and remember that we are going to alternate the spaces. So the next time that we start the row, we will start right away making 1 segment. Well, like this, I'm going to finish the row and see you there. Well, here I did finish the row. I made 3 rows. I count and I have 17 segments. So we are going to divide. So we will make this. We will have 6 in one side, and right there we are going to count. We are going to place the marker. So here we count 6, and then in the other side we will make the same. We will count 6 segments, and right here we are going to place the marker, and between here we will have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this will be the space of the neck. I think I'm going to move the marker one space back because I want to have the neck more open, because this is for the summer. So yes, I'm going to move the 2 markers one segment back. So here inside I will have 7. Okay, and this will be the space for the strips. Well, from side to side we are going to count how many rows do we need to arrive to the shoulder. Okay, and I will make the same in the other side. Well, I want to show you how did I finish the row with only 1 double crochet. We have to keep these both sizes straight. Okay, so remember that we are going to alternate the spaces. So here, for example, I have to finish with and start with a segment, and well, here I also start with only 1 double crochet. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 rows, and 10 rows behind. So I did get ahead, and now I will join here the shoulder. And well, in the back, the 3 rows that I made here in front, and then I respect the same distance, and also I made the 10th rows behind. Okay, so I repeat the same. I will tell you how many centimeters do I have for my strap. So in front I have 15 centimeters, so I must have 15 centimeters in the back too. While we make the last row, we are going to join. So I will make 3 chains, and I will slip 1 to join in the other side. Then I will make 2 chains, and I will come here to complete this segment. So while we make this row and while we complete this row, we are going to join. Then in the other side we will slip 1, then we will come back and complete the row, the last row of the other side of the strip. And like this is how we are going to join the shoulder. And also we are going to make the same in the other side too. If you want, you can leave it like this, the strips like this. In my case, my daughter wants to have a short sleeve, so I will show you how we are going to make the sleeve, but first finish to join the shoulders. Okay, so here I finished to join the shoulders, and I will make this thread here because here is where I'm going to begin to start the sleeve. We are going to calculate what we made in the bottom with this stitch, and the way we crochet and everything. We are going to calculate and know exactly how many stitches do we need for the sleeve. So more or less I took this as a reference. I count the number of mesh squares, and I will distribute them all around the sleeve of my daughter. So I took this as a reference. I put it and I put my daughter's arm into it, so more or less I could see how many do I need. So I need 14, so I will distribute these 14 all around this. So here I will make the first segment, then 2 chains. And for example, I am supposed to insert the hook right here where the next space is, but here this space will look too open, right? So here I'm going to make a double crochet. This is how I will solve it here. And then in the next space I will make the next segment. So we have to see, here we have to make 7. Remember that we have to make 14 all around, so we are going to make 7 in this front and then the next 7 in the other front. If we count, we have here 5, 6, 7 and 8, okay? So we have 1 left, so we are going to solve it by making 1 double crochet in one in these spaces. Okay, so here is where I'm going to make this double crochet and then 1 chain, and I will jump and go and continue with the segment. As you could see, this is how I will solve it. I'm making this because I want to have the exact size for in this slip that my daughter want. But if in your case you don't care and you want to put 1 segment in each space, well, make it, but remember that sometimes it will look too loose. But like you want, as you wish, this is the way I will show you and the way that I will fix it. So I will make the same in the other side too, because at the end I want to have 14 segments only. Okay, so at the end of the row, we are going to slip 1 and then start with the next row with 5 chains. We will jump to the second space, we will leave this space free, and we will make the same where we jump to. Okay, so here in the top, in the shoulder, I have to make this little trick. I don't only make 1 double crochet, I will continue all around. Remember where we make this strip will count as 1, so please pay attention and let's continue. Well, maybe I wasn't that clear, so I will show you. For example, here we finished the row, we are going to slip 1 to close, and now to start we will go up with 5 chains. And this is what I was referring when I said that we are going to jump. We are going to make 1 double crochet here, then 1 over the last double crochet and 1 next to it. And here we have the complete segment out of 3 double crochet, then 2 chains, and then the next segment. Do you see what I have just made? Well, so like this is how we are going to continue all around. Here we are going to finish, we will make the last segment, then 3 chains, and we will skip until here to close the row, and we will start all over again. Like this we are going to make more rows. Well, here I did get ahead a little bit. This is the part of the strip. Just let me locate where we exactly start. So from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 rows, and then I finished making and decorated making the parsley stitch, the same stitch that we use to make the shirt. I will show you, we will make a review of how I make this so you can decorate it if you want to. And remember, while we're making 1 slip, we are going to make it in the other slip too. For the neck, at the end I made 1 row of single crochet and then 1 row with crab stitch, and this is how I finished. I make it all around. Well, we are going to use this stitch to decorate the sleeves and then also the bottom. This is the stitch that I used also for the short, the parsley stitch, so I will show you how. I have here some left so you can see. So we are going to make in 1 space, we will make before 2 chains, then yarn over, and we will skip all this space and we will arrive to the first big space, right? We will make a double crochet, then 2 chains, and we are going to make a kind of single crochet. I know that there are very different kinds of picots, but I like to make this one because you create a kind of a space between double crochets, do you see? So that's why I like to make this one. So After the double crochet we will make 2 chains and we will come back where we started to make the picots. Like this we are going to make, so far we have 3, then 4, let me take more yarn, here we have 4, then 5 double crochet. Okay, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so in the 5th double crochet we won't make the picot, okay, just we are going to make finish making 2 chains and single crochet in the next space to close the parsley. Like this we are going to continue. Please be careful with the spaces, check where you are going to make the next parsley and try to leave the same space between them and distribute them the same number that you will have in one side, you must have it in the other side too. And also please be careful here in the sleeve, I skip and I leave the same space between them, and with this we finish. Okay, please count how many parsleys you have in one side so you can have them in the other side too, and your blouse can look perfect. Remember that these small details will make the difference. At the end, hide all the threads that you may have using your embroidery needle or your hook. Try to blend all the colors, and at the end we are just going to iron using a protection under. This step is very important because will make the difference. You will tell right away once you iron, and it will look amazing. I will show you some pics of how it looks, and I hope that you have enjoyed making this set with me. Remember that if you haven't watched the first part of this set that I made, the shirt, here in the description box below I will share the link so you can make the shirt and then you can make the top. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Please don't forget to share this video, to leave me a comment, and to subscribe. Remember that it's completely free. Thank you so much again, and take care. Bye bye.